Well, we should be live. Folks should be able to hear us and see us. We just took that whole smell us thing, the extension, and just threw it in the garbage can. We were getting just, too many complaints. So that's gone.
Sorry.
Hey, well, we're back with some first edition Dungeons and Dragons, not the Shadowrun that it said at the very beginning of the stream because I'm dumb. Yeah, so the players tonight and their characters. Oak, who are you playing?
Playing Thybor, the now level 7 half orc fighter.
Oh boy. Seventh. Dion.
Yes, hello, I'm Dion, and tonight I will be playing Patty Arquette, the level 5 barbarian.
Also a respectable level. Jeff, new as last stream, so if you folks missed the last stream, we have a new player and character. Jeff, who's your character?
Yeah, my character's Talina, and she is a second level fighter who was converted and became a druid, and she is now a third level druid.
She heard the call of nature. Richard.
Hi there, I am Richard, and I am playing Tristan, the level 7, yes, I can count, Remuneration Redistribution Specialist.
Also good. And Jen.
Hello, I am back again to play the evil Disney druid princess, who I'm becoming more and more like every day. And I am a level 6 druid.
But you're not evil. You're true neutral.
I'm
Some
becoming
days you're evil. Some days
I
you're
think
not.
I think I'm becoming evil. I think stuff has happened ever since I was in the Underdark and there was no light. That was it. That was it for me. I listen to The Cure all the time.
Something got broken, oh no doubt. All right. Last episode, you guys met up with Talina, Jeff's character, as you were escaping from the Drakensgrab Hills, where one of the fortresses to the slave lords was. And, you decided to turn a wagon into an impromptu boat and float it down the river. Crashing ashore is how you met Talina, who had escaped previously with a few other slaves who were all viciously murdered by a bunch of gnolls. You continued on down the river without any incident, though, eventually arriving at the elven city-state of Selene, also called the Fairy Kingdom. So we'll start off from there, where this doesn't go as well as might have been thought, because Oak, your character, Thybor, he's quite memorable with his crown on his head, and one of those Griffin riders did get away. And while there was that melee going on the deck of the boat, and all of you more common people were, you could look like anybody, I suppose. The half-orc with the strange ornamentation on his head was really standouting. And,
My
Thybor,
tooth cloak.
yeah, Thybor, you get arrested as soon as you enter Selene. The rest of you are held as well.
I'm so glad there's so many people who ride giant lizards that no one will ever recognize me.
Your lizards weren't available at the time. See, he didn't see the lizards.
I put mustaches on my lizards so nobody knows it's
and
me.
Fake noses. Don't forget the fake,
fake
noses.
noses.
I mean,
Yeah,
because
yes.
there are plenty of lizards with glasses.
Very important. Very important.
Right. So Thybor gets held for several days, as do the rest of you, although treated a little bit better than the half-orc that was seen slaughtering their griffin riders. You present the evidence that you have that you were infiltrating the slave lords. You bring Talina forward as a possible character witness. You did save her on the way here, although she might.
And Patty.
And Patty, who was actually a minion of the slavers himself. Yeah. Honestly, you're all held in a cell until somebody gets confirmation from the city-state of Greyhawk that you are, in fact, working for someone there. Odette arrives in Celine as well, since that was the deal that you were trying to do. Odette was getting there by land on her lizards, so you weren't taken in to custody, but you did find out about your friends in custody and went and did what you could. So at this point, you're free, sort of. Like, they buy your story and all, but Thiber, you did still kill one of their knights. And if you're truthful about it, the rest of the party actually did sort of help in their destruction. So,
Well, yeah, I'm like, hey, I had to sell the. We couldn't infiltrate if it wasn't sold.
right,
Unfortunately, there's
right,
Casualties along
yeah.
the way.
We had to kill you to sell our story.
Well, we
Yeah,
let
so
the other guy get away to send word.
after several days of them going over this, I mean, you guys do provide the information as to where the slave lord, or one of the slave lords, um, places of power is. And I assume that you give over the information that the coin master of Greyhawk is apparently one of their customers. Yeah. Which puts them in an
especially
interesting
get
position.
our ass out of a crack.
So what they end up doing is after, about a week, you guys are let out after the first 3 or 4 days, taken into council, where they decide they're going to send a force into the Draken's Garb. They're asking you, at the tip of a spear, to go along with them, to point out where the place is, how best to get there, etc. So we're going to pick up after you guys have had a week to kind of rest up, practice. So those of you who had the experience to level up, you've gotten to level up. But we are going to rejoin the party back in the Draken's Garb Hills. Does anybody have the navigation ability, the non-weapon proficiency?
It only counts for me in water.
You know your way around water just fine.
Yeah.
Stay away from the yellow water. That's bad.
Actually,
I can
wait.
use-
How long were we here so far? Actually, on
Um,
land,
almost 2 weeks in the area.
2 weeks,
yeah.
and I've been with the party only a couple of days before that.
Yeah.
Okay, so once I get to a month, I'm familiar with the land around me. But
Alright, yeah,
right
so
now,
not-
still, it's just water.
Not quite yet. So no one has
Yeah.
navigation?
Is it land navigation or?
Yeah, land.
Okay, because part of my, I haven't really picked them all, but part of my deal was I was a hunter
Okay.
prior to everything, so I figured land navigation would be.
Okay, well, if
I
you
can
want to,
easily pick that up.
yeah, if you want to pick that up as a non-weapon, you can remember very well the route you took to escape.
Yeah.
Between that and these guys telling how because they went down a completely different way than you did. They found, well, with the help of a unlife corpse, they were able to find their way through a cavern complex. So you're able to lead this force back. And it looks like since you escaped and they weren't able to find you, they decided to clear out. And so the stronghold, as everyone busts in and preparing for a fight, seems to be largely empty. It looks like they cut and run. If you guys make your way back into that chamber with those odd creatures, creatures are gone. The slaves aren't. So there are still some very mind-wrecked slaves on those kind of terraced, that terraced area that they just left behind. So you're able to, effect a rescue of sorts.
Yeah, I think I'd like to do that character-wise because Talina, she doesn't want to show it, but actually being taken and mind controlled and put into slavery has kind of affected her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you would definitely remember this room. Where you were subjected to the wailing of this creature that just kind of beat at your brain for days on end, made you compliant.
That's
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, you guys go through, and it looks like they left behind, lots of items. They left behind at least their last haul of slaves, but you're not finding any of the slavers themselves. It looks like they have gone. Now, you're told that they actually do aerial patrols around this region, and a force as large as you say there was in this mountain between Talina and your report. They're not exactly sure how a force that large would have gotten off of this mountain without someone spotting them. So again, more looking around, more research of the area finds that there is a deep tunnel system in the bowels of the slave citadel here, and there are 4 paths that could have been taken. They're trusting you, your party, to go take one. They're going to split the rest of their forces and go down the other 3. So that's where we're going to start the game here. Now, give me just a second.
I have
When we were
a
training, we have.
question.
I'm sorry.
Yep, go ahead, Odette.
Or is there actually, you know what? I'll let Oak go first. Go ahead, Oak.
I was just saying, was there time while we were training for increasing weapon specialization and anything?
Yeah, I mean, if your level allows you to have it, then you can get it. I mean, it's assumed that you're like studying whatever it is you're picking all along, and you get to a
I'm
point
just
where
pick,
you're good enough.
specializing in my bow now.
Okay, that's fine.
So I would assume that we can pick up some standard equipment, standard, you know,
Any typical equipment, sure. Yeah, you could have gotten it from their guardsmen there.
okay, yeah, because she had nothing.
Right.
I mean, other
Yep.
than the spear that she had came across and some daggers.
Mm-hmm.
So okay,
So what are you picking up?
some studded leather armor.
Okay.
Probably be a good thing. Supplies, and which I'll nothing other than standard supplies that I'll put up, and the spears and daggers are pretty much her thing.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
So in this cave system, are there plants growing around this area?
In the cave system,
I'm gonna
no.
hold the shit out of them, Richard. There are no plant. There's no moss or anything like that in the cave system.
No, it's actually pretty cleaned out.
Mm.
As a matter of fact, there's like no lichen, nothing like that you're seeing at least so far.
I'm
It
not
seems to be
taking a
mostly
liking to
just
this.
stone and dirt.
Okay.
Wah, wah, wah.
Well, I can't converse with dirt, unfortunately.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
I bet the
can't- I can
barbarian can, because the barbarian
I
can
can
do
hold
everything
dirt.
else.
I can hold
No.
dirt.
Was that an intentional pun for friend in there,
Yeah.
or did you not mean that?
I meant it
The
on
liking.
purpose. I meant that. I
Okay.
meant the pun on purpose. Yeah, that's a really good thing, because I was just gonna talk with plants and ask them which way they went, and so I can't. Okay, that was good. It's good to know.
But along those lines, the 4 different paths they found all look equally as possible. None of them look like they have any prints or like any sign that anything has gone through recently. But the trail being mostly stone could have easily been cleaned behind them, paths hidden. So there wasn't like any one path that looked more promising than the others.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this something that's brought upon us at the moment, or are we going to have time to prepare? It's like, okay, tomorrow morning we hit the caves.
Well, you find the caves during the inspection. Now, whether or not you want to set off right away is up to you. We'll say that it's late. It's late in the evening by the time you've gone through the fortress, making sure there was no one left over. Trying to find any secret entrances or exits to try and find how they got away from here. So that took a lot of the day. So we're going to say it's late evening, and you found it at this point. So the other groups are going to go ahead and go in. Being elves with dark vision and all, they don't have really problems going down into the dark caves. So they head off, and you are given the last position. So it's up to you whether you go in immediately or not.
Okay. Out of character, I was just thinking that for a spell choice. I mean, I have, like the standard spells, but if we're going down into the cave, that I might want to swap some of that out. I don't
Yeah.
know how you handle that.
Well, that's a full day. Like you can't do that on the fly. It's a full 8 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, delaying 8 hours may not be the greatest idea, because they don't know when the slavers left. You could be hot on the trail, or they could have been gone, several days to, a week now. But up to you guys.
Well, I'm okay with it. Yeah, I can entangle stone. That's fine.
Fiber.
I'm good. Go.
Well, you're kind of the group leader, so I'm kind of asking, what are you telling people? What is your
If everybody's good to go, let's head in.
Okay.
Unless somebody needs to prep or rest, or like I say, if you need to change spells.
All right, give me a
I'm
second
ready.
here.
So
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, give me just a second
I've
here.
got dark vision, so I'll take the lead.
And what is everybody else that can't see in the dark doing for light? Anything?
yeah, torch, I guess.
Yeah, I'll bear a lantern. I have no problem with that.
I shall illuminate the room with the glistening sweat off my naked chest.
As you loom over Odette, as you've done constantly since she's gotten back.
Right over her head.
We oil you up just in case we need an emergency torch. We can just set you alight as we go along.
I just let the ambient light from his chest be the guiding for me. Which is perfect.
I'm like a underground mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
That
Like a little
glows.
nightlight.
Yeah.
Okay. Ignore the passage that says A on there. That's just kind of a dead end. One of the other
That's
groups.
death.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, that's it. That's death's end. So let's stay away from there.
Okay.
You
So
guys.
I'd like to go down A.
So you guys head down into this one here, and again, it's cave complex. It's mostly just stone and dirt. It winds for quite a bit before you come into what now looks more like a natural, like it's been worked stone. You actually do see like miners' timbers to hold the walls up now. There's more of like flagstone type of flooring here where it's been cleaned off and cleared. So you are now in a man-made tunnel system.
I threw a Talina pick up on the map. I don't know if you saw her or not.
Where?
Up on the map, the main map.
Oh, the main map.
at
I think
home
she's
zone.
up near Furiondi.
Okay, yeah, let me grab her. All right, fine. I'll get rid of the generic cleric.
Thank you.
There. Happy?
Very much.
All right. So going down through this cave system here, it twists and turns quite a few ways. So I'm going to say that you guys are, you see this first branch here. You're in the lead, Thiber. Where do you want to lead the party?
Well, if they've got torches, I turn like Tristan. Do you want to check for traps along the way?
Yeah, I guess that's not a horrible idea. They might have booby trapped the way if we're heading the right way.
Well, like most things that may have a labyrinth type setup, let's head right, always right first. If we keep the wall on our right, we can't get lost.
All right. Well, go ahead and give me a roll, Richard, if you are looking for traps as you're going along. That does slow your movement, just so you know.
Find / remove traps. There we go. That is a success.
Okay. I will let you know when that might become important. All right. Let's do this way. Fiber, you're in the lead. Do you have any kind of skill in tracking or survival? Just you.
Nope.
Do not.
Blind fighting and swimming.
Okay.
And I'm
Make
trying
me-
to figure out what I want my other to
Make
do.
me an intelligence check.
And that's a negative.
Okay, how much did that fail by?
7. I've got a 10.
By 7. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here then is that's it basically takes you 2 hours of backtracking and finding like dead passages that just end nowhere before you guys eventually make it down to this large room here. Okay. A lot of these other passageways just end in rubble. There's a lot of twistings and turnings that just go nowhere, but eventually you arrive at this large open area. 50 feet high, 50 feet square area, 10 feet high. It's really dusty and dirty. The northwest corner, there's 2 long strips of bark or hide-like material. Odette, it smells like spoiled meat. Like, you know, everybody sees these strips in the corner here. Odette, you know, having to feed your 2 lizards a lot, and also feeding them spoiled meat quite occasionally. That's what it smells like to you. The odor coming off of it smells like just strips of spoiled meat.
That's not good. I tell everybody, it smells like spoiled meat down here. I wish I had my lizards with me. They always clean this kind of stuff up. It's not you, Patty.
Yeah, so there's an exit in the room right here, and that's where the strips are just they're just pinned to the wall, like right next to that exit out of the room.
Search for any kind of secret doors or anything.
Yep. If you're going to spend the time to search, everybody that's doing so can roll me a d6.
I got a rock.
You found a rock. Congratulations, Patty. Odette, doing really well there. You don't find any kind of secret hidden passageway, but Odette, as you're looking around, you come closer to those 2 pieces of strips. They actually aren't meat. It's bark covered with hide that's been not cured very well, so that's where the smell's coming from. But they're kind of unusual. There's kind of a silicate. There's like crystals like along the more meat side, and the bark side looks like there's a few carvings in it where a person would like grasp it or hold it. And again, they're like 10 inches long.
As a hunter trapper, would Talina recognize anything like that?
You would have you have no idea what it would be used for. It's very unusual. Although, anybody else have survival along with Talina? When you get closer to it and check out the substance on the side, it's salt crystals. That you know for sure.
Can I lick the salt?
You want to lick the salt? Yeah, it's salt. Absolutely, it's salt crystals.
Is salty. That's all I can do.
Other than that, you guys search the chamber. You don't really find anything of interest. There's like nothing hidden away. There's just the one entrance and the one exit.
Well, why would they leave these things here? Why would it be here?
It's
mean, the only thing I
bark,
can think of
yeah,
is
bark on one side that's been shaped so that it's got like so that you can hold on to the edges, and the bottom side is like poorly cured leather with salt all over it. Yeah, no idea.
the only thing I can think of is can it? How big are they? Do they like cover a person?
Um, again, I mean they're 10 inches long, so they're or excuse me, 10 feet long, so they're taller than a person, but they're not that wide. I mean they're wide enough that they're maybe like 2.5, 3 feet wide.
So yeah, I'm just wondering if like slugs fall down from a ceiling or something, and you put them up like a turtle underneath them, or leeches or something. I don't know. That's all
Yeah.
I got.
You guys are examining them real close, so they're strong, slightly rigid, but a little flexible too. I have no idea what they might be useful for.
Stop laughing at us, Bert. I can see that smirk.
Can I make like
No.
like a wisdom or an intelligence? Like I don't know if it would be wisdom for me for past knowledge or intelligence for just general like know-how. Can I make an attempt at trying to figure it out?
What areas are you familiar with as a druid? Like, were you a woodland druid? Are you a mountain
Woodland.
druid? Woodland druid?
I'm woodland, yeah.
Honestly, you have no idea.
Okay.
I mean, not even a
Okay.
good check would help with that.
Okay. I'm like, can I employ common sense?
You as a player can
Okay,
employ
as
common
a
sense.
meta
If
player.
anything that you think it might be, but your character, there's nothing that your character would have in her background that would tell her what this is. The same goes for everybody else, unless you were born in.
Is it like a cooking device?
Um,
Is it like have anything to do with cooking? Because when
You-
I think of salt, I think of like
yeah,
saving
absolutely.
of food.
But looking at it, it doesn't look like it was ever exposed to heat. Again, the
Okay.
leather part of it is poorly cured, so like it wasn't even exposed to much heat as well. And it is actual bark. It's wooden bark, and you don't see
Okay.
any signs of it actually being exposed to fire.
Okay. I got nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a stretcher, is it? With poles at either end, or a litter that you could drag along behind you?
Yeah, you think of that, and you look to see if there's like any places where you could connect something to drag it with. But the only thing you're seeing is it like the edges are curled up to make like really nice handholds on the side. But other than that, there's like nothing to attach to it. It wouldn't be useful to carry because it's flexible. Anything that you'd put in the middle, would just kind of bow it.
All right. Well, I'm guessing slugs. If we come across slugs later on, I will say, "Ah."
Yeah. Yeah, the heavy salt crusting on the bottom is the thing that makes it really interesting. Yeah, and it's well embedded. Like there's lots of grooves and deeply scarred, trenches in the leather that the salt's just really ground into.
Take a dagger and just cut into it to see if it's any fluids or anything still in it, or if it's well dried.
It's well dried. Again, it's just that the leather was poorly cured, so it still smells like meat. But otherwise, there's no fluids in it or anything. It's not an odd mimic that decides to eat you with some salt on the side. Nothing like that. I mean, obviously, it was crafted for a reason. I mean, it's a crafted object, but there's no real way to, you don't really see what its use was.
Is there a
Guess we
check
could,
for it or no?
Is there a what?
A check?
Unless you've got a background that would make it reasonable, no, it's just not within your. And Patty's
okay.
a sea person, right? Like that's your
Well,
habitat.
He's just been on a boat for the past couple of years, probably.
What
but
was his homeland? What kind of
it's just
terrain?
a barbarian type, so probably like a nomadic, wandering.
Right,
tribe.
but on what kind of land?
I want to say like mostly desert, probably, because he has like endurance and he's good at the running and all that.
Make me an intelligence check.
Okay. I have an intelligence. It's wow.
Ooh, you
okay,
make it.
6 out of 8.
Okay. The closest thing that you can think of, and it doesn't quite fit, but the closest thing that Patty can come up with is that it's like a sled or a toboggan that you would do for like sand surfing or something like that. I mean, that's a stretch, but
I take
that's the
it.
closest thing you can think of.
I take one.
Okay.
So it's just like a 10-foot board.
It's like a 10-foot board. It's slightly flexible.
10-foot
Beef
flesh.
jerky, big old chunk of beef jerky.
So what I've got for Talina, what I have is animal handling, because I was thinking hunting, mule skinning, that type of thing.
Yeah, but what kind of terrain did she grow up in?
She would be, hers would be forest, but I was thinking about mountain as well. As far as mountaineering, because the hunting would, for Radek, it would be forest and mountain.
Yeah, it just really wouldn't be in her background.
Okay, gotcha.
And nothing from the Pomars.
No. So once again, you are standing in front of an open doorway for many, many minutes discussing
No.
what to do.
We stand here for so long that we're able to redo our spells. That's how long we're trying.
That-
we're
that-
like looking at
8
this. We're
hours.
looking at this surfboard.
8
and
hours
we're like,
worth of wondering what this
we're-
thing is.
We're literally looking at like a surfboard, and we're.
Surfboard.
I can tell you, this is classic D&D group here, though. It's like, here's the thing that doesn't really matter, has nothing to do with anything. We spend like an hour on it, and the stuff we really should be messing with, we walk right past
Well,
it.
Oh,
Welcome
I'm-
to Classic Dungeons and
but
Dragons. Yes.
I'm really proud of us for not having checked the alignment of this item yet. So I'm really proud of us.
I have a barbarian ability that lets me check the alignment of things once a day.
Its alignment
Let's move on.
is board. It is a board alignment that does nothing. It cares not for anything. It is true neutral. All right, so Patty
Right.
grabbed one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna grab one and, hoist it.
Sure. So as you leave the room through its one exit, the tunnels here narrow a bit, so it's uncomfortable to have more than one person side by side. So give me your marching order. We got Thiber up front.
I usually go right behind Thiber. I'm usually like right after Thiber.
Okay, so we got
Does Kristen
Thiber.
want
we
to go
got-
I was
ahead?
gonna say, I thought I
or-
was up there checking for traps as well.
Okay. So
I
Tristan.
mean, I can wait until the two of you have gone past and sprung the traps, and then go, "Yep,
Yeah,
there
he's
were
like,
traps
"There it
there
is."
if you want."
I have a
but,
spell that could help us with that too. I have detect traps and snares, I think, but I don't know. I don't know how long it lasts, but I like throwing Tristan / likely Tellish out in the middle of.
Right. So we'll
Out in front.
we'll throw Tristan up front
Perfect.
with Thiber behind. You're behind that. So who's behind Odette?
I'm
Talina?
gonna pick up the caboose.
You're gonna come in the rear. Okay. All right. So as you go through, you do hit a. Man, this tool doesn't work well. There's a split, left and right. I'm gonna say you take the time to check out the left one, and it ends in just rockfall. So you've got one path ahead. And Tristan, you were checking for traps and you were successful. And you're in the front. So as you're going down this passage to the north, ahead you see that there's a door in the wall. But you stop as you sense that there is something not right about the floor in front of you.
Right, stop. Something is wrong with this floor. I can't quite tell what it is just yet, but I'll tell you in a moment, definitely. I investigate the floor more thoroughly. I don't know.
Okay,
I offer you a spear to poke it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I poke it with something.
sure.
A
There's
long,
a 10
salty
foot
ward.
10-foot long section of floor here that is it's trapped so that the floor is actually on a pivot, enough weight, and the whole front of the floor will pivot forward, dumping who was ever in that
Alright.
first section down. So if you use the spear and you kind of lever it, what you see underneath it is a slide limed with salt.
Surfing competition.
It's a long tunnel, just
Yeah,
filled with
I'm-
salt that just keeps going and going and going.
I mean, this might be what the boards were used for. Is this their slide? Is this what the slavers do when they get bored?
Salt surfing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do I smell tequila?
I mean,
Who's got the
This is an
citrus?
off-
Let's do this.
It's probably a quick way out. It's probably a quick way out. They
well, I
probably
was
just
wondering
run
that.
it. Yeah.
Does it? I mean, it's designed to go to trap somebody, right? It's a rigged trap. It's not like a hidden exit.
Well, I mean, the floor is, I mean, to your mind, it's trapped. I mean, what will happen is once enough weight is on the edge, the floor just kind of dumps down into this slide.
Right.
But if you're
But enough weight
expecting
is
that it's
just like-
there,
If enough weight is just like one person, right?
well, no, it actually looks like the counterweight's quite heavy. It would take at least 2 good-sized people to tilt it, or one really heavy person like Patty.
Okay, maybe this is a secret exit then, rather than a trap.
Yeah, like so if
Oh,
one
yeah.
person, one
Nice.
moderate-sized person were to walk across this, it wouldn't trigger it.
So I'm in the back and I kind of like lean around to Lena and I just go, "What is it?" Because we're not moving.
It's possible the slavers escaped through this way. If they
So,
knew.
Dad, have one of her small animals, like
I
a
have
bird
the-
or something.
I have the bird and the lizard with me. Or sorry, I have the bird and Kurt Russell the snake with me.
Maybe you send the bird down there. And now is it dark?
It is dark. Yeah, you don't
The
see any
bird can't
lights.
see in the dark.
Okay.
Bird's got problems.
And how far down?
You can't see the end of it, but it slopes. Like there's a good grade.
We want to tie a rope on someone and
Oh my god.
The
Go
bird
down and
carry the
check it out.
lantern? Is the lantern small enough?
The bird's like a
Yeah.
parrot. It's pretty small.
Oh,
Or it's a
yeah.
mimic. It's pretty small.
Hmm.
This
But not
is-
small enough to get shot. Now it has
A mimic.
armor.
looks like
His
a
armor
chest
now.
sitting on your shoulder.
I can light up the bird if we want to do a fairy fire on the bird.
Yeah, I mean that would allow the bird. Well, actually, that would blind the bird, but
Oh god.
it would produce light though.
I can go down there. I mean, this is descending down a steep slope, yeah?
Yes.
I mean,
Past
I do
these-
mountaineering, so that's.
Do you want
similar
one of
sort
the
thing.
boards?
The only thing that
Past
gives
the
you
surface,
pause
yeah.
is that the salt crystals might be very sharp. That's the only thing that gives you pause.
Need the board.
I slide the board across the group down the hallway.
Hington.
Do it, Ollie.
Do it, Ollie.
I mean, but the board is a slippery. Right, it's not going to stick into the crystals, right?
It looks like
Probably
the
why it
under-
has the gashes on the underside of it is because it's probably used a lot to leave this tunnel area.
Tristan.
I'll
believe
collect
in
your ticket.
yourself.
I mean,
Maybe.
if I get down there and I say yes, this is the way to come, then you've only got one board between the rest of you up there.
Yeah.
I can
The
carry
boards are
us all.
10 feet long. I mean, you could hold, like 3-4 people on it of normal size. But yeah, he is correct.
Sure.
You're only going to have one board left if he takes the board by himself.
So who else
Do we
wants to come
wanna-
with me down on this toboggan ride?
Who's blind?
Well, you're right. This is probably the way out. So if we do that, we may not be able to get back in. So
or it might lead us
we-
to a secret passage.
Let's take the easier routes first. Do we
Hmm.
want to bring that other board and leave it here, both of those here, or go put that back with the other one?
We can go put it back and come back for it.
Yeah.
That way it doesn't look out of place.
Yeah, I go back and
Okay.
I return it.
Do that and then check the door at the end of the hall.
Okay.
Sounds
Okay.
like a good plan.
All right. So you go back, you get the other one. So what's the only other thing that you see along this hallway is the door at the very end. So Tristan, you going to try that door or?
I mean, if the way out is there, then this is either a trap door or a fake door. So I prod it with the stick that I had before. So,
You just prod the door with the stick. Okay.
Yeah.
Bang
Ah,
bang. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's hinged. It seems like it's a door. Banging on it doesn't seem to set anything off. If you want to do me another check traps just to make sure, you can.
Yeah, alright. I mean, why would you have a door at the end of the hallway here unless it was to kill people? Nope. Well, I mean, I don't find any traps. So it's obviously not trapped.
You're
So I try and
absolutely
open
sure
it.
that that's not trapped.
Yep.
You're 85% sure that that is not trapped.
I turn the handle and start the trap.
All right, so you do want to go up, turn the
Yeah.
handle. It's not locked.
Yeah, I try and open it.
All right. Yeah, make me a dex check.
Woo! Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Los is you duck because you hear the twang of like a tightened string. Knowing that sound, you duck quickly. Thyber, however, who's next in line in the marching order, has no idea what's going on.
And I almost said the rest of us stay on the other side of the trap while he does that.
What's your AC? Flat-footed, so
3.
like no dex bonus.
Oh, so no dex. That would be a 4.
Ouch. 3 bolts strike you. Yeah, this was a triggered trap. That's 17 points of damage, Thyber. Can you take that?
Oh yeah, I got lots.
All right, yeah. Everybody sees like the meaty sound of the thwack as these arrows burrow into Thyber, and he's knocked back a couple of steps. Make me a save versus poison, Thyber.
Yep.
Okay. You feel the wounds burn. But yeah, you made your save, so there's no further harm other than you've got these arrows sticking in you. Looking through the entryway, Tristan, it actually is more like an alcove. It is not a chamber. It's not a further tunnel. The alcove's just big enough where you see these lined up crossbows that have been set to go off when the door is opened.
This must be their crossbow storeroom.
Yeah. I mean, you don't leave your crossbow around non-cocked, right? I mean, you might need it at a moment's notice. You got to leave it cocked with an arrow in it.
Tied to a string that's tied to the door.
Yeah, I mean...
Anybody
Sorry about that,
crossbow?
Thyber.
Sorry about that.
Apparently not as good as I thought it was. Sorry.
That teaches me to speak up because my brain was saying keep everybody back past the trap in case that is trap. I'm like, no.
Well, at least we know they didn't come through this door.
You know, to be fair, he did say there was a 15% chance that he might be wrong.
Well, unless we're going down there, time to backtrack and find the other
Backtrack,
passage.
find it.
Yep. You want to tend to those crossbow bolts, Sniper, or are you just going to leave them in there like the
Oh, no,
sign
I
of
would take them
manhood
off.
that they are for you?
They're cloak pins.
Yeah. They hold your hat.
Take them out, break them, throw them against the wall.
Okay.
Pissed off.
Yeah. They hurt. All right. So it looks like the only way through, at least as far as you're able to tell in this cavern system, is down that salt slide.
I'll ride with Tristan.
Okay.
I think
Along
making
with-
it,
Kurt and my bird.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
that
say,
one I guess.
does
Go ahead,
do Thyber and I just want to take one because we're both pretty big and burly.
Yeah, the two of you probably take up one to yourself.
Yeah, we
Good
should
right,
probably be the
bitch.
ones that go first in case there's trouble at the bottom.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
and I'll,
if you have dark vision, then you're in front. I'll ride bitch.
Yeah. I'll be in front and I'll get my shield equipped, put in front of me in case we run into something bad.
Sure. And as I said,
How is it?
Go ahead, Jeff.
Is it something we can retrieve? Like, can we put rope on the sled and then pull it back up after it's?
I mean, there's no place to really anchor it. I mean, you can just loop it off, but you could also just loop it on to Patty or Thiber as well.
That's a good idea to
We've
tether
got
it
no
to
idea.
us. So
We've
we
got
don't
no
lose it.
idea how long this is. If it gets to the end of the rope and you're not at the bottom, you're just gonna
That's true.
stop midway through. And
No, you mean like if we're on the sled, we tie a rope from the sled to ourselves, like with surfboards,
Ah,
you
that-
have a safety tether.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to tie yourselves to the board. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna tie it around me and him, around the waists, each individually, not together.
Turns over and we keep sliding, grinding
Just
against the
roll.
salt.
Yeah. There you
I
go.
ride you like a surfboard down the salt.
Get my shield in front of me. I'm gonna do some superhero moves.
There you go. So Thiber, you want to be in front?
Yep.
Okay, so Patty, you are at least somewhat familiar with sleds. You used them on sand dunes at one point in time, so I'm going to allow you to basically help steer.
Yes.
All right. You'll be able to at least grab the edges of it and keep you from flipping with any luck. So you guys take a jump. There's a small drop to the tunnel, and sure enough, I mean, it's slick. You guys hit it, and you just go.
Woo!
Okay,
Quick
so
question: being from an area with mountains, I mean, I was thinking of sleigh to myself, but I was thinking it in regards to being a trapper. You know how you throw the pelts on the sleigh.
yeah, but when you said mountains, you didn't hear the word like snow, or winter, or or that. I was expecting you were
I
like,
got you.
yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
I was picturing Raddick, and Raddick would be basically, yeah, okay, I got you. I'll be a little bit more expressive next time.
Yeah, so you guys shoot on ahead of the tunnel. Patty, make me a strength check, and Thiber, roll me a d6.
I success. One
You
away
are
from a crit.
definitely able to keep it from flipping over, no problem at all. Thiber, you're going really fast. Yes, you've got your dark vision, but it's really hard to keep up because of how fast you're going. But it seems like you're just in a fairly narrow tunnel. Like, as in, if you stood up, you're going to hit the top of the tunnel. So you kind of keep hunkered down as it shoots away. And I will get back to what happens to you guys in a moment. So you guys at the top, you see them just whoosh, they're gone very fast. And you wait. Moment goes by, a couple minutes go by. There's no sound, no word, except for apparently a small chihuahua is stuck in the tunnel somewhere.
Puppy.
Was it fun? Shout down there.
Yeah, you shout down there. There's no response back.
Wow. I've gone a
Was
long
it
way.
fun? Just an echo. I mimic him perfectly, so he thinks it's an echo.
Oh, actually, no, you don't. We'll get to back why in a moment.
Oh no. I'm in danger.
Should go back about 10 yards and get a running start and do a cool runnings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so a couple of minutes go by, 3 minutes go by, 5 minutes go by, and there's no word.
Well, I don't know that we're going to wait that long.
All right. Rewind
Find
to
out.
a couple of minutes. Still
Yeah.
no
We
word.
shout down, we hear nothing. So, do we write them off as dead or do we follow them down?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
I turn to Kurt Russell, and he gives me the look like we're about to escape from LA. It's not the way that works.
All right. I tell you
That
what.
was a surfboard as well,
That's the
wasn't
point.
it?
It's,
Yeah.
okay, never mind.
So what I'll give you, Jeff, since we
Doesn't work like
miscommunicated with each other there, if Talina feels like she has been on a sled before, make me an intelligence check. So just roll a d20, lessen your intelligence. Dead on the numbers, a crit. Higher the better otherwise. Okay. How's that in compared to her intelligence?
Yeah. 13. I've got a 10.
Okay, so no, that doesn't work. But I mean, you have used sleds before, so you've got kind of an idea. So you can give some pointers that won't really help much because you flubbed the roll. But I mean, you do kind of understand that there is the possibility that it's gonna flip, and that's what the handholds on the sides are for, so that you can kind of direct the sled. So you can at least point out to them that that's what it's for, like to shift your weight and to be able to keep the sled in line. So who's
Yeah, in my world, it wouldn't have been something we rode. It would have been something that we used to
be
transport
carried?
heavy furs and stuff.
Yeah, but you are aware of the fact that they can tip. So who's at the front and who's in the back?
I'll go in
Richard
the
can
front.
see in the dark.
Okay, Talina's in the front. All right, who's last on the sled? Odette. Okay, Tristan in the middle, and
probably
Odette.
the lightest of us all.
Your lizards. There is barely enough room that they can cling to the ceiling and kind of follow you, but they'll be much further behind you. Okay.
Wait, why don't I just ride them? I'm riding them down. Screw you guys. I'm riding them down. I thought that I didn't have my lizards with me.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
didn't
you,
think
you
so.
have your two lizards.
I'm
I was
riding
picturing
them down
it
the
like a
ceiling.
fully salt encrusted tunnel.
Yeah,
Like
the
around the
ceiling
ceiling, too?
the ceiling doesn't have the encrusting, but the floor and like the sides do. But again, I mean,
Yoshi
your
and
lizards
Birdo up
don't
top.
have your lizards have tough scale, but you don't know how that's gonna stand up against the salt as well.
If they touch it, yeah.
Yeah, because
That's
like
why
the
I want them to
bottom
be
of
on the
these
ceiling.
surfboards are like deeply scored with the salt, like really well embedded.
I'm gonna have them go along the ceiling. I'm gonna actually see if they can go along the ceiling. Does it seem like they're doing okay? Like-
I tell you what, you can roll for them. Roll a d20.
Oh god. My babies.
Here's where you kill your lizard.
11.
Okay, they can. They're going to be much slower than you.
Cool. I'm riding with them then.
Okay.
I'm riding with them.
All right. So Odette, you go ahead and get on one of your lizards. So that
Less weight
changes
on the
things a bit.
sled.
Talina's still up front, but Tristan's in the rear. Unless you guys want to run to do the lizards. Only one. So like, there's two lizards. So Odette can ride one. One can ride the other. I'm not going to say you can't have more than that on there because you're hanging upside down. So like, only one is going to be able to get on there at a point where they can hold on.
Sorry,
it's
did you just
Crocs
say?
sled?
Did you say one of my lizards is riding the other lizard?
No. See,
Oh,
only
okay. I
one
thought
of
you
you
said that.
per lizard
Okay.
could ride the lizards.
Yeah, I thought it sounded like that too.
Sorry.
I was
You're
like-
riding a lizard, and the other one's riding on you too.
Is it
Yeah, there we
Birdo
go.
or
It's
Yoshi
a
that's carrying the
double
load?
lizard bus.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there we go.
And you're
So
upside
they're
down.
no,
I'm
they're
picturing
they're
you
like
at the
they're
bottom.
like buffalo or cows. Like they're pretty big.
Yeah.
They're pretty big.
Well, they're not huge, but yeah, they're large.
They're big. I imagine they're big.
And that's the way that thing, the surfboards are all scored. Your forehead's going to be that way when you get to the bottom.
Yeah,
when you're
it's a
upside
tight
down.
fit. It really is a tight fit,
Right.
but you can
I'm
do it.
like,
Okay, so you sure you want to do that, Odette?
I do. I'm
Okay.
sure.
Does
I'm
this,
we're going
okay.
slow. We're going slow. We're taking our time. It's just I'm gonna ride Birdo, and Yoshi's going to be up front ahead of us.
Okay, so Talina and Tristan then go on
Yeah.
the boards, and you go whizzing by. Let me have both of you guys give me strength checks to keep your board upright.
Strength, you say?
Strength, yeah.
Well, I have at least one in that. Oh my god,
Well, that's a success.
that's success.
Talina, strength check. Oh, wow, you both do it. Okay, yeah, you're able to keep the board right. Neither of you can see in the dark, so it's just terrifying. You are whizzing by at extreme speed. You're doing everything you can just to keep yourselves on the sled without tipping over, and you do manage to do that.
You kidding me? This is fun. This is a roller coaster.
I'm already
Yeah,
thinking
you
of
roll it,
charging.
just so
There you go.
depressed.
Space. It's a really weird version of Space Mountain, but here we are.
With a strong smell of salt and rotting meat. So let's go back to the first group. So you guys continue with the sled, and let me reveal this area here. And this is why you couldn't call back. Your sled dumps out into this large room, and the salt kind of piles up here at the end of the tunnel, bringing your sled to a stop when it hits it. However, there are 10 gnolls in the room, prepared, hearing the passage of your sled. They've got crossbows trained. So this is just an automatic surprise round for them as you come through. Actually, I'll give you guys. It says that it's automatic, but I'll give you guys a chance. Why don't you guys both roll a? Well, it's per side. Thyber, roll a d6.
I have a thing against getting surprised.
Okay, what does it do for you?
I am surprised 10% of the time.
Wow, that makes that right.
It says,
Yeah, I have a thing against it too. I don't like it.
you don't like it. Okay.
I don't know what it is, but it just says surprises on a 3 in 6.
Right, that's what I
Yeah,
was
it's a
looking
3
for.
and 6.
3
That's
and
what it
6, right?
Is that be surprised or that you do surprise?
It says surprises on a 3 and 6 in unfamiliar terrain, and I'm surprised 10% of the time in unfamiliar.
Okay,
terrain.
so yours just works different. That's another thing I hate about the Unearthed
Okay.
Arcana book.
I'll just
So
do
no.
normal.
So what happens? You just roll a d100, and if you get 10% or less, you're surprised. You're not. Okay, so Patty is wise to what's coming up as you break through this. So let's just do regular initiative then. Thyber, roll a d6. Hey, not bad. Give them a, well, yeah. So you guys go on segment 5. So you are hurtling out of this tunnel. You're still on the board as you're coming out. So tell me what you're doing. There's this room full of gnolls, crossbows trained on you. They're about to pull the trigger as you're hurtling down this slide.
Can I do a cool trick and just like kick up with the board and go flying at like the first knoll with the board like first?
Okay, so you want to kind of get a little lift with the board as you hit the bottom and kind of pile into them. I'll let you do it. Here's how we'll do it. First of all, you'll probably make the strength check. Make a strength check just to be able to get the bounce on the board to lift it. You do,
Okay.
not a problem. Now make me an attack roll, a melee attack roll.
I'm just gonna roll as the maul. Boop. Boop. Boop.
Attack 11. Let's see.
It hits a 5, I think it
That's
says.
actually what you need to hit. So you're going to just pour into this poor gnoll with the board. So here's how I'm going to do damage. What's your con?
My con is an 18.
Ooh, Thyber, what's your con?
15.
All right. Roll me 2d10, Patty. We'll give you some velocity there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you paste this gnoll on the bottom of the board. So as this is happening, Thyber, Patty gives you just a moment's warning that there's trouble ahead. He, just as you hit the bottom of the slide, he pulls up, pulling you and the sled into an aerial that just ends up plowing into one of these gnolls. Do you want to do something while you're airborne or after you land? Either one.
Well, I said that I had my shield out to keep in front of us. So, if any of them look like they have ranged weapons, I'm just going to keep that up to protect us. If not, I'm going to try to like just slash out and like shield bash something.
Well, yeah, they all had crossbows trained on you, ready to fire as you were coming out of
Then
there.
I'm just trying to keep that up to cover me and Patty as much as possible.
Okay, good enough. Their turn then. The other 9 will now fire. Okay. Patty, what's your AC?
2.
All right, 3 of them are going to hit out of that, and let's just do this. It's 1's going to go into Thyber, 2's going into Patty.
So I take the 2s?
No, that's just to figure out who they hit. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't notice that was the D2.
Okay, 8 points into Patty, 6 points into Thyber as the crossbows go off. And Odette, why don't you roll me a d8? This is how many rounds behind you guys are, is how I'm going to do this. 6 rounds behind. Okay. So that's round 1. Put a dice out here to keep track of this. That's round 1. All right, second round. Let's just go ahead with Fiber and Patty. So, Patty, why don't you roll a d6 for your side? Neither one of you can cast, so this is just straight up.
3.
All right, they're going to go first this time at a 3. They've already shot their crossbow bolts. They're dropping those and going at you with swords now. I'm going to do, there's 9 of them. I'm going to do, actually, you know what? I'm going to do 3 on each of you, and then 3 of them are going to reload their crossbows.
Okay.
Fiber, here's your 3. What's your AC?
2 at the moment because I haven't dropped my shield yet.
Okay.
Isn't it more with total defense, or
What's that?
didn't you go like total defense last turn or something?
I was just
No, he was
putting
just
the shield
holding
up
on to his
to protect
shield.
us.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
all. In which case, I'm sorry, what did you say your AC was again?
2 with the shield.
Okay, you're going to be missed. Patty, what's your AC?
2.
Wow. Yeah, they come in. You bob and weave. Some of you just stick your shield up. But otherwise, they all miss. 3 of them in the back have reloaded their crossbows. It's your turn.
Alright. I'd like to think that one of them, like, I caught, and I'm just gonna, like, push it aside gently and then just go and baseball them with the maul.
All right. Whip out the maul and baseball one. All right, go for it. What does that hit
I think
AC
it's a
wise?
7?
Okay, so you're going to miss.
Okay.
Thiber, 3 on
You
you.
know what? You know what? I'm gonna use a reroll.
You're going to use a reroll. We got
We have
some.
30
We
of
got
them.
some. You go for it.
Yeah, I'm doing that. We got too many of these. I can't risk missing.
That
Nat
is.
20.
All right,
for-
you hit one, 3 points of damage. Yeah, so
they're
it's a
not
light
long
hit,
range.
but it does hit.
Just a bonk
Yeah,
on the head after I catch the sword.
Thiber, 3 on you, 3 reloading, 3 on Patty.
I'm dropping the shield and grabbing my 2-hander and going to town. I now do 2 attacks around
Ooh.
this level.
Go for it.
So, 1 on 2 different ones.
Sure. That'll
I think that
miss.
misses. Yeah, that hits a 7.
Yeah. Second hit. That hits. Oh, and that kills one. So there's only 2 on you right
14.
now. All right. Next round, and this will be third round out of 6 before the next sled barrels in. Thiber, roll for your side. Give them a 2. They give you 2 simultaneous. So the 2 attacks on you, Thiber. Let's do those.
I've got a 3 now.
They both miss. The ones on you, Patty. One's going to hit you. Doing 5 points of damage. The guys with the crossbows, they don't care about their friends, so they're going to shoot into melee. 2 on Thiber. And 1 on Patty. Ooh. Patty, what's your AC again?
2.
12. That one's going to hit. So another 3 points into you. And then let me check something. Oh, wow. Okay. The one that you hit with the maul, Patty, gets a crossbow bolt in the back of his head. Doesn't kill him, but he took some friendly fire there. Thiber?
1 on each of them again.
Okay. That hits. Doesn't kill it, though. Next one. Next swing. 9. What AC does that hit for you?
AC 5.
That hits 11 points. That one's badly wounded, but not down. And then, Patty, go ahead and make your swinging for the ballpark there.
Bonk.
14 hits AC
2.
2. That hits 5 points of damage. Which one are you hitting? The one that's badly damaged, or
The same one, yeah.
same
the
one?
same one.
All right, so that one goes down. You crack its skull. There's still 2 on you though. Okay, so this is now round 4. Patty, roll.
Okay. Bop. 6.
They go on 6. You go on 1. You guys go first.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Patty, let's start with you.
I'm going for the bonk. Bonk.
That hits. Okay, so you damage one of the other ones. It's just not enough damage to kill it. Thiber.
Hit on the first one. 11.
Okay, kill it. And the next,
Second one
that hits.
for 12.
Doesn't
If
kill
had
that
been
one.
large.
Huh?
Said if that had been a large creature, holy shit,
Yeah.
21.
That one does a lot of damage, but doesn't quite take it out. So their turn. One of them drops a crossbow and engages with Thiber since he seems to be carving through everybody else. So that means there's 2 on Thiber. The 16 might. You dropped your shield, right?
Yes, because that gives me a 3 now.
All right. So one of them hits you. Only 2 points of damage. The 2 in the back are going to reload the crossbows, and then we've got 2 on Patty still. Patty, these are your 2. They're both going to miss.
Are any of them attacking me from behind?
No, they're both engaging from front.
Okay.
All right,
Great.
this is going to be round 5 then. Patty, go ahead and roll for your side. You guys go first. It's 2 on Patty, 2 on Thiber, and 2 with crossbows loaded in the back.
Do I hit a 5?
You hit a 5.
Bonk. 9
Okay.
damage.
All right, so you drop one that was already injured. One more still on you, and Thiber.
You said 2, correct?
2 on you. Yep. And
Same
2 with
one.
crossbows in the back that are reloaded. Oh, that
The
hit.
First one.
Okay. That one, I'm going to assume you go for the injured one first, so that takes out the injured one,
Yeah.
and you've got one
And
that's
one.
full health on you. That'll
That's a
miss. Okay. So the one that's still on you, Thiber, here's his. He's going to miss. The 2 crossbow guys are going to shoot at you, Thiber. Both are going to hit. 2 points of damage total. And Patty, you've got 1 on you. What's your AC?
Snarl, you're
2.
next.
2.
20. Just missed.
Mhm.
Okay. Last round before the next sled barrels into the room. Thiber, roll a d6. You guys go first.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Dion cannot have low rolls.
I want to kill. I demand blood.
Go for it.
Blood and thunder.
That hits.
There, that's better.
Okay, this one
10
was
damage.
not yet. Well, that's a mighty hit. It's dazed a bit, but it's still in the combat. Thiber,
There's 1, correct?
1 on you, and 2 in the back that looks like they're going to drop their crossbows this round and engage.
So there's on that one.
That hits.
Does that kill him?
Last round, you did not hit this one,
No.
so no, that does not drop him.
Okay, so now I'll split my extra attack on him.
That will.
And then I'm going to use my movement to close on the others.
Oh yeah, I'll allow it. I think in first edition you can only move prior. You can't move, hit, move.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
If
I
can't,
was
then that's
literally
fine.
gonna ask that my next turn, so
Yeah.
I'm glad you did first.
Yep. Because I think in the sequence, move comes first, and then attacks, and then you can't move after. Yeah, because you have to. Yeah, because if you want to
Yeah,
move
that's
and
right, 'cause
attack, you
it's-
have to charge to move and attack.
Yeah,
I'm
because
assuming.
then the later editions when they allowed you to move, then attack, or move, attack, move.
Yeah. All right, their turn. Thiber finished off his. There's still 1 on Patty. Patty's going to miss. The two in the back are going to each come to one of you. So they miss you, Thyber. And that hits you, Patty. So another one steps in. Does a point of damage. The GM needs rerolls. All right, now the fun part. So each of you guys, well, Patty's got 2 on him, Thyber's got 1, and then this round, the next sled bursts through the door into a melee that's going on. So let's have everybody initiate. So Jeff, why don't you roll a d6 for your side? And is anybody casting?
I don't think I'm there yet because
You're
I'm
not
going
there
slower
yet.
than them.
Yeah, you're pretty far behind.
I'll be right back then.
Okay.
One guy positioned his shield. I don't have a shield, but I did have the lantern, so I'm positioning the lantern to the front as we come out.
Okay, so no one's casting though. You're not casting, Jeff.
No,
Okay.
not casting.
They give you 3, so your group goes first. Let's handle the ones that are still in melee first. So Patty, you've got 2 on you.
Going for the close to death one.
Oh,
and
wow.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
you
he's
kill it.
based.
Yep, you kill it. Thyber, 1 on you.
One of them closed.
Yeah, it closed on you and took a swipe at you
Okay.
last round.
Well, if there's one, he gets everything.
That hits.
8.
Not enough to take it down, but does hit. Solid hit. So Tristan and Talina, you come barreling in on the sled. Since
Second attack kills him.
you get a second attack.
I
Oh,
would
He
assume.
gets
Yeah,
Thyber's
get two
second
attacks
attack.
around.
Yep, that does it. Yeah. So yours drops. There's only one standing in front of Patty. So Talina and Tristan, what do you want to do? Your sleds come to a stop. There are a number of Knoll bodies dead in the room. One still standing in front of Patty, who looks like he's taken some wounds.
Okay, well, if I see it, I'm going with 3 daggers.
All right, you want to throw some daggers?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got an attack rate of just 1, though, right? So you can only throw 1.
Rate of fire for
Oh, for
for a
dagger, throwing
dagger is
daggers.
3.
Yeah. You're right. Go for it.
All right. Let's see.
I didn't know that's a thing. That's cool.
Yeah, throwing daggers has a rate of fire like a bow does.
I like that.
Oh, wow, that hits.
Nice.
Second one misses. And what does that hit AC wise? Yep, that hits. Okay. Couple of daggers to the back. Take out yours, Patty.
Oh, he took him out?
Yeah, took him out.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
So,
they're all dead.
yeah, so Tristan's like, ah.
Just get up and go. I'm just going, wee! That was great. Can we go again? Oh, man, so much fun.
All right. Yeah, so this is why they couldn't speak up. They were in the middle of a melee as this was all going on. So, okay, guys, you're in this big room. There's a couple of passages off of it here, as you can see.
What kind of weapons did they have?
Crossbows and swords.
Just kind of look around at the bodies and just like, anyone need stuff?
Yeah, I go retrieve my daggers.
All right. You do that, Patty. Each of them has a coin purse. So you end up... are you keeping track of inventory, Patty, for the group, or somebody?
Richard, I think was.
Okay,
last I
Richard.
remembered. I give him all the gold. Just
Yeah.
like, yeah, sneaky one.
Fine.
So
Take
altogether,
this.
it's 60 gold and 20 electrum pieces.
Electrum, that's my favorite currency in D&D.
Yeah. That's actually a fair amount of gold for some gnolls to be having. Feels almost
Is
like
any of
maybe
them
they...
alive? Can we question any of them?
No, they're all quite dead.
Oh, no.
One gnoll has an amulet that you find on him, Patty, and a scroll case.
I look at the amulet very closely, and I'd like to see
Right.
if it's magical by whispering, "Teach me your magics."
It does not answer back.
And it's a 25%. No,
Yeah.
not that's illusion. It's a 45% chance.
Yeah, go ahead. Make your roll.
I rolled an 8.
Yeah, it does not answer back. It's a 50 gold
Okay.
piece amulet made of gold for your records there.
I hand the amulet to Tristan as well. Yes.
The scroll case is interesting. The case itself is rather ornate, but inside there's like a very thick piece of blank paper. At least it seems to be blank.
Is handed to Tristan because I don't know how to read, so I don't care.
I mean, I can't read in the dark.
I just dump everything in your arms.
Ah! What? Oh my
Just
god, what's
keep
going on?
adding
Stop
more.
it! Alright, well. Can we read this thing? This
Well, I'll
light?
tell you what. Make me an intelligence check, Tristan.
Oh, wait, I think I read languages.
Yeah, it's blank though. There's nothing written on it. But make me an intelligence check.
Oh, do we get heat it so that the lemon juice reveals what it is?
We're going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
I
That's
am
it.
not that intelligent.
All right.
As intelligent
Yeah,
as
I mean,
am.
it seems odd because it's awfully thick. You hold it up to light. There doesn't seem to be any writing on it. You run your fingers over it. You don't feel like any marks from like a scribe tip or anything on it. Just seems like a thick piece of blank paper.
Well, I've seen Patty do it, so I lick it.
You lick it.
See,
Um,
does it taste any difference? Is there any like
Give me a-
invisible
give
ink
me a
on
wisdom
there that I
check.
can taste?
Give me a wisdom check.
Oh.
He's gonna taste.
Yeah, your
mean,
mom
that's a
told you
success.
never to eat glue, and of course, you being who you are, you ate glue, so you know what the taste of glue is. You taste glue.
This feels more like a grown wolf thing, but alright. Hey! This thing that Patty does where they lick things, it actually works. There's stuff on here. It's just invisible, I can't see it.
You taste magic.
Glue.
Oh, no,
I mean,
that's
glue is a
great.
kind of magic. It
Magic
sticks things
glue?
together.
You mind if I see it? Talina was
No.
saying.
Lick yourself out. Or whatever.
Oh.
Oh, that sounds very wrong.
Yeah.
Like, really? Really, Richard? Really?
I was going to
Okay.
say knock yourself out, and then I went,
Don't
oh, I
lick
used the word
yourself
lick
out.
instead. But no, that doesn't work.
Talina.
Appreciate
Talina will
the effort.
take it and cast Detect Magic on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not magical, but make me an intelligence check. Does that make it?
Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, my intelligence is 10.
Okay. It seems unusually thick to you as well. And
Wait,
with,
it's a 10?
and with Tristan, I'm sorry, that was a success or was not?
It's 2 over.
It's 2 over. Yeah.
It's
So
2
it
over.
seems unusually thick to you as well. But it's not magical.
Fuck it. I'm gonna stare at it because now everyone else is staring at it. So now I'm just curious.
Am I there yet? Am I there yet?
Yeah, since
I
we're
failed.
out of combat, time
Okay,
goes
cool.
by faster, so your lizards will finally come out, and
I
so
just-
you'll be part of the conversation about this
I appear
unusual
as Tristan
paper.
is licking things, and I'm like, was I up in that tunnel a long time? Like, what?
I lick
What's
it
happening?
as well as you're asking this, and I look at Tristan and go, "Tastes bad. Why you do
this-
this?"
Is this what we do now? Is this what we do?
Make me an
I mean-
intelligence check, Patty.
I did. I failed.
You failed. Okay.
Yeah.
There's now several
works.
lick marks on this
What?
paper, along with apparently some
Yeah,
glue.
try it.
What is?
It's no
I'm
longer
sorry.
legible because of all the moisture.
I'm sorry. What is this paper? Does it have anything written on it?
It's
or
a
is it
blank piece of paper that's just unusually thick. Yeah, that's the fiber's like, yeah, because people keep licking it. They just licked all the print right off it.
There's glue on it. It tastes of glue. Here, lick it.
It's
Find
an
out.
unusually thick
These
piece
window
of
lickers
paper.
eating their
Yeah.
glue.
Make me an intelligence check, Odette.
Okay,
Tastes
Oh
of
my God.
clues as well as glues.
I'm looking for under 14.
We have reroll.
Hey.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
So Odette,
It's paper.
takes the paper,
I don't lick it.
doesn't lick it, but does note that someone said it tasted of glue, and you kind of pick at the edges until you peel it apart.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's 2 pieces of paper that have been glued together with a third piece in the middle.
Oh,
Hey,
what
look,
do
a
they
third
taste
piece of paper.
Uh,
Don't lick the paper.
the
What's
third
on the third
piece
piece?
shows what you're guessing is the room around you because it's got the same number of exits and entrances, etc.
Oh.
But there's a big old X on. I'll just reveal it. That tunnel.
That's the one we take.
Or is that the one that we die in?
Both. There's only one way to find out.
Yeah, onward.
All right. So we're back to fairly narrow tunnels. So what's our marching order now? This room did have lighting in it. The Knolls had a few covered lanterns just laying on the floors.
I
But
replenish
tunnels
oil.
don't. Sorry, Jeff?
I'll replenish oil.
Replenish oil. Okay, yeah. Go
I'm on
ahead.
the ceiling.
Okay, so the ceiling isn't high enough for you to go on the ceiling in the tunnels. It
I'm
is in the
just
room.
dragging.
Yeah, the rooms are fine. Like this room is got a high enough ceiling, but the tunnels are fairly low. So you'll be hitting your head on the concrete.
I kind of love this idea of me dragging my head, like,
Yep.
like just dragging on the concrete. No, okay. I would probably be like laying like prone on the back of one of the lizards as it like crawls through the tunnel. So I'm like barely snaking under.
Yeah, okay,
the
I'll let you do that. So you want the lizards to kind of now again though it is kind of a not a very tall tunnel, so like they still
Yeah.
take up like half the tunnel. They just happen to
Right.
be on the ceiling.
Oh, I was okay. Yes, you let me be on the ceiling. I
You can
accept.
be on the ceiling if you want, or
I accept.
otherwise, yeah,
I accept.
either one. All right. So what is the marching order? Do you want to go ahead? Again, you are on the ceiling, Odette, but you're still taking up half the tunnel, so it's not like you're going to surprise anything.
It's pretty much everybody can see me. They're like, "Why? Why would you do this?"
Why?
Well,
I'll
you know,
be back.
no, you go at the front. It occurs to me that nobody traps the ceiling.
I'll go front.
All
I'll
right.
go
Now he's
front.
gonna have one where it's gonna have like a saw trap come out of the ceiling and
Yep.
kill the lizard.
But you can't trigger it. It's fine.
But
I'm still
Richard
riding
waits on the
Birdo,
floor.
and Yoshi goes ahead.
who's holding light so that everyone but Thyber can see?
But you said the
Talina
no
has a lantern.
So you do grab the lantern, but who's carrying it?
Well, no, I've had a lantern
Okay.
the whole time.
All right,
Remember, I came down on
Sure.
the,
Yeah. So you're
Yeah.
so Talina's holding the lantern. Where are you in the marching order?
I'm in the back.
You're in the
I'm
back.
in the rear.
I'll take a second lantern since I said I had
Yeah.
a torch before.
Okay.
So, and I will go second behind
Odette.
Odette.
Okay. Alrighty then. Well, you
I'll
guys.
follow behind Tristan in case we need to swap places and I gotta be a meat shield.
Yeah, I'm nursing a few wounds. So.
Okay. So, Odette, you're coming first, and as you're coming down, you make these turns. The cavern here goes from being like worked stone into rough, more natural stone, and it widens up. It starts to become a larger passage, about right here where this turn is. And then as you're coming forward, it widens out into a large, natural cavern. Now, give me just a second here. And let me move the map so people can see on the screen. Okay.
Look at the ceiling.
It's roughly octagonal shaped, and it's lit by luminous fungus, much like you saw in the Underdark, Odette. But it's not the lavender purple. It's more like a green white. There's a number of stalagmites and stalactites that drip from the floor to the ceiling. And the only thing of interest in here that looks man-made is at the very bottom of the cave here is a door.
I would probably scuttle in like around the stalactites, I believe are the ones from the ceiling to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So I would probably take Yoshi and Birdo and we would like navigate around those and like
Okay.
explore.
So you're clinging
from
to the
up
ceiling,
above.
but you're moving
Yeah.
into the room. All right.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Oh no, this is where a boss fight happens. Did anybody see the room with the ammo
Roll-
and the health?
roll me a d6.
Oh crap. Okay.
We're on survival.
I'll help you
mode.
out, Brendan.
There's
I'm
no
gonna collect a
ammo or
bunch of
health.
this.
It's a 6.
Just stuff for grown wolf to eat later.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay. Good. You're not surprised then. Going
Okay,
on the
good.
ceiling typically is safe, but not when the creatures themselves attach to the ceiling, looking a lot like stalactites.
Gosh darn it.
But you're not surprised. You see the movement. Yoshi actually gives like a little
Eats one.
hiss in the back of his throat, telling you that there's something going on. And indeed. So, yes.
Ceiling fight.
Yeah, there are creatures that resemble stalactites on the ceiling that you are,
No, it's not
you are
ropers.
near.
Ropers are stalactites.
Yoshi, feast. Feast, Yoshi, feast.
They're not surprised by you either, so you're both aware of each other. Right, so everyone else is like right behind you but haven't entered the complex yet. So I'm going to say Richard, Tristan is right at the entryway here, not seeing anything really, because she just happened to run into them on the ceiling, so you're not really aware of what's going on. So let's find out if Odette can warn anyone. Odette, roll a d6.
Oh, dear God. Dear God almighty.
And are you casting?
No, I'm not casting.
Okay, well,
I can't
you
warn
give them a
anybody.
1.
me
And
one.
why will this not roll?
Give me one. Come on, Bert. Give me one. Come on, Bert. Simultaneous.
No.
Oh, Bert, come on. Come on, man.
All right,
Come on.
1 and 6. So they go first. Okay.
Come at me, dummies. My lizards are going to eat you.
Wow, that's a lot. I'm sorry. I'm looking at how many there are. Woo. Okay.
I'm going to die
Okay.
when I fall off of Berto's back and land on a stalagmite.
Let's leave this up to luck. Roll me a d6. This is how many
my
like you
God.
wandered into up here.
3. I wanted
Okay,
into
just
3.
3 are close to you then that can attack. You know what? And also, so 3 of them are going to attack you. One of them is actually going to attack your mount. You know what? No, it's 1 on each. You got both your lizards. So
I
the
do.
last d20 will be yours. The first 2 are your lizards. Man, the lizards are both hit. What's your armor class?
9.
9? Ooh. That actually does hit you.
I get
Okay.
hit a lot.
They got little mouths on them, or what? The bases, or what?
Well, you guys don't see them yet.
Yeah, what do I see?
Well, they look like stalactites up here, except they move. They've got teeth and claws that come out of the sides.
Lovely.
Cool.
Where the hell are the stats?
Are they animals?
Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, really?
Are they animals, Bert?
Isn't the damage when they fall and pierce you though?
Yeah, that's what I'm checking.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I'm not falling on you. You're already on the ceiling. You're immune.
Yeah, you
I
know
caused
what?
them to-
Yeah, you know what? What's going to happen
I
here?
trigger them and they fall and they're like, fuck
Thanks,
you.
Oak. Yeah, you called that right. The 3 on the ceiling are motivated by your motion. They actually don't have an attack other than to fall. So
They drop,
Tristan, they drop. And
Do they die? Do
Unless
they die when
they're
they die?
stalagmites and they go from the ground up.
Oh, God help me.
So she said she moved into the chamber. Okay, so 3, Tristan, you see 3 what look like stalactites drop from the ceiling, except as they drop through the air, they kind of twist and turn and move. And when they hit the ground, you see them start to kind of undulate and scuttle away. So that makes you aware of things.
Oh, my God. I want one. Kurt, you're going to have a friend.
Bet you wish you had hold rock now.
Okay.
Oh,
That's those 3. So
hold rock.
unfortunately,
they don't
there
let you hold
is.
rock. They don't let you hold rock.
Roll a d4, Richard.
Me? Oh.
Yeah, you.
How about a 1?
Okay, there's only 1 in range of you, and it's going to drop right at the front, and it's going to miss. But 1 drops down, like almost right in front of you. Like if you'd taken another step forward into the cavern, it would have dropped right on top of you.
Ah! My cat-like reflexes dodge me out of the way. Nothing to do with their bad aim.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll pause for a minute because it's not necessarily combat. What do you guys want
Is
to
it
do?
my turn?
Yeah, you can have your turn. Go ahead.
I want to try and get. I want Yoshi and or Birdo or both of them to try and get one of them in their mouth.
Oh, you want? Sure. Okay. Roll a d20
Like
for
rush
each.
up and
Yep.
grab
Yeah,
one.
that's fine.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so
Roll a d20
this one's for Yoshi, who I'm not on, and
Okay.
this one is for Birdo, who I am on. Ah,
+3. That one will definitely hit. Roll a d8. Okay. Yeah, so that lizard reaches out and starts just kind of grinding on one, chewing
No.
it, and it sorry.
I just
Its
want him to
teeth
trap it.
are grinding on
because
one.
I don't know what it is, so
Yeah,
I
that's
want him
fine.
to like grab
So
it.
yeah, it grabs one. It tries to drop from the ceiling, but it's dropped free, and it's in your lizard's mouth, and it's kind of shaking it back and forth like a
Oh
dog
my
with
God. It's
with
a
a
stick.
bone.
I love it.
All right, so let's pause there.
Okay.
Tristan, you know something's up. Odette's on the ceiling. Looks like one of her lizards by Talina's light has got one of these things in its mouth.
What's going on? We safe in here?
Y'all
Things
light
are
it up. Yeah.
falling. Things are falling, and I can't see what this is just yet. But it tried to attack me, but instead just fell.
Mine's a
Thank you.
bullseye. Can I light it up for her?
Yeah, you want to shine some light up there?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so you guys see like the ceiling is just full of them. You know, you actually see them kind of like on little bitty legs that adhere to the surface of the ceiling. They could just kind of scuttle like they're positioning themselves to drop on a more opportune place.
Oh my God, I love them.
You
I
said
cast
one-
Animal Friendship.
you
Yeah,
said
they are
one
not
fell-
considered animals. They are monsters.
One fell in front of Tristan, you said?
Yes.
Tristan, how tall are you?
I have no idea. That is not a stat that I have defined.
Are you human or?
I am human, so yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. All right. If you were, I thought you were a halfling, so I'm like, I can jump
No.
over you.
No.
All right.
No, there's enough room where you can go side by side. It's just not comfortable, so you couldn't be walking that way,
Yeah.
but you can squeeze in.
I'm gonna squeeze into that thing that's ahead of him. And I'm gonna hit it.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
almost crushed
it's
my
not
tiny
moving very
friend.
fast at all. And again, it just resembles this like little bit of spiky rock, and it's got these little bitty legs that it's trying to scuttle away on.
I'm just gonna baseball it with the maul.
I love
Okay.
them.
Yeah, you do that.
How
You
big is it?
destroy it.
Yeah. Does it like crumble like?
It does. It
stone, or
crumbles
is
like
it-
stone.
Ooh.
Bert, let me
Any
have it.
blood or juices or viscera?
Yeah.
There is some oozing black tarish like stuff that's coming out of it.
Edible?
So I'm gonna call it what
Drone
what
walk here, we find out.
Yoshi and Birdo are going to do is just scuttle across the floor. Like they're just gonna like run around the ceiling
Okay,
and trip
you know
all
what?
of them.
That's great. That's great. So what'll end up happening here is it'll
It's a
trigger all
shower
of them
then.
to drop, basically.
Yeah.
So like, unless anyone's in a particular hurry, the lizards will actually clear them all and trigger them all to drop. So now the cavern floor is filled with these things, but like they don't seem to have anything except for these little bitty legs that they're able to cling to the floors and walls with. They don't seem to have any other form of real attack.
Experience points.
Yeah, that's a lot too. Oh my gosh.
Let's farm. We
So
farm.
they don't have like any arms or
No,
anything? just
no, they
little
don't. They're just
legs?
like columns of sharp rock.
How
Yeah.
big are they?
Like 3-4 foot tall.
Can I pick one up?
Yeah.
Hug it.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
pick one up.
Show it love.
Okay.
I was gonna pick it up and
There's
walk
you a
it over to
barbarian
Odette.
club. She's one of the barbarian club.
I just hear her like super excited about it on the ceiling, and I just go and like after they clear it out and like we get an all clear from her or something, I'm just gonna go over and just like bear hug one, pick it
Uh-huh.
up, and just
Mhm.
waddle towards Odette and
Mhm.
be like, "I got you one."
Okay. So whenever Patty brings it over to me, I pull out a piece of really, really thick and sturdy cloth and I swaddle it like a baby and I carry it like one with me. I have captured one. It is mine.
Oh.
Does not obey me. It hates me. I don't care. It is my
So,
child.
Bert, out of character, Bert, I was wondering, are these lizards cavern lizards? Or
Yes.
are they?
Yeah.
Would they know to eat these, or would they have
No,
encountered these types before?
not particularly. Just
Yeah.
because of where they were raised and bred, they were mounts in the Underdark.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah, well actually, they might know because the one you were riding, Odette, did kind of give you a little hiss and let you know that there was something on the ceiling. So maybe they do know, but they're not great at communicating.
I was just wondering if they eat them.
Well, no, they're not very tasty. The one that your lizard has
Yeah.
in its mouth and just kind of holding there, it's like chewing through rock. It's not very happy about holding on to it.
Okay, I tell him to let it go. I'm like, Yoshi, put it down. Release. Okay.
All right, so what are you guys doing? Patty's got one in a hug.
No,
Grabbing
I've
around.
swaddled it. Bert, you missed
Oh,
it.
you
I
swaddled it?
I swaddled it like a baby, and now it's mine.
It's like 3 or 4 feet tall. It
I
is
don't
not
care.
exactly light. You
Like a
can
toddler, it's
swaddle
like a 4-year-old. That's fine. It's like a 4-year-old.
Since she
Maybe there's
swallowed it,
babies. Maybe there's children around it.
I'm gonna tickle its little feet since she's holding it now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, coochie goo, and tickle its feet and see what
And
happens.
infantilizing these tiny things. I love
It's
it.
like the alien pods, right? There's got to be little babies around there somewhere.
All right.
Crack it open and
I'll
get the
go.
surprise inside.
Well, as you guys are trying to friendship a piercer, there is a sound to the south as one of the boulders seemed to move back, almost as if it were on a hinge, and something comes flying through the air, kind of splats on the cavern here. You guys kind of look, like, what the hell is that? And it's just bits and gobbets of raw meat.
They're
Um,
feeding them.
Do they all scuttle toward it?
No.
Oh.
Let's have Talina roll a d6.
Oh no.
See.
Is this a? Do they have flesh? Are there flesh golems in?
Yes, there certainly are, but
Okay, this isn't
4.
one.
okay. So you're not surprised. You see the meat kind of just arc through the air and splat on the ground. There's like a small pause as you're all thinking, "What the hell?" As let's see, what the heck are these things called?
So much stuff for Grown Wolf to eat in here, and he's not here.
3 very large, part dog, part reptile creatures come into the room,
Those are
go
2
right
animals.
after the meat, and they scarf it down in one, just in one big bite, and then they sniff around the room for more, as if they're hungry, and they notice you guys. So we're in initiative. You guys aren't surprised by them. Fiber, roll a d6 for your side. Is anybody casting?
I'm casting.
Of course you are. Animal friendship, right?
You know I am. You know I am.
Okay, you guys go on 2, so you're first.
That, okay.
Animal friendship takes a long time.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know.
So are you
long time.
really going to cast animal friendship?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
really casting.
How
animal
many
friendship.
segments does that take?
6 turns.
6 turns. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, hopefully you won't be hitting that time. So 6
They're gonna be
turns.
dead.
If they're dead, then they're dead. That's fine. I'll just be in the background. I'll just be in the background being like, puppies, be my friends.
Okay, these 3 mangy, part dog, part lizard creatures are just thundering towards you. Who wants first?
I just ask a question first.
Yeah.
A turn is 10 rounds.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So we need to knock one of these out or something.
Yeah.
Then if we want to
Pretty
do
much.
that.
Needs to be,
Alright.
needs to be
Can
non-lethally
Grown Wolf
knocked out.
cast sleep?
Yeah.
How
Grown
far
Wolf
away are
has
they?
done the disappearing act again. He has stepped
Oh,
off
okay.
into a shadow and he's not around.
Alright. Alright.
How far away
Um,
are they?
Roll 2d6 times 10, and that's how many feet that we're starting it in. So 50 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
We'll
there
get the range.
is there another of those stalactite monsters scuttling around?
They're
in
all over the
between?
place, but these
Yeah.
creatures seem to be ignoring them completely.
No, that's totally fine with me. That's not what I'm worried about. I want to pick one up, and I want to
Hurl
go and hurl it at one of the dogs. I just want to yeet one of these stalactites
Yeah,
at it.
that's cool. I'll allow it. Go ahead and make me
Point first.
a
Point
missile
first.
missile attack roll.
Missile? Okay,
Yeah.
so...
And I will give it the damage of the actual creature as if it dropped on the the lizard
so
dog.
it's going to be... I roll a d20 and then add 3. Okay. So, 16.
So 16.
Yeah,
That'll
uh,
hit.
It hit a -2.
Yep.
Okay.
That hits. And it does. Give me a second. Let me get back to it.
Assuming it damaged both of them.
Isn't something stupid like
6
3d10 or something?
6d4.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
6d4 damage.
All right.
I'm gonna start
so-
collecting them in a bag for you.
64, and then plus strength.
Yeah, I'll give you your
yeeting.
strength bonus, sure, since you're hurling it at it. Yeah,
Hurling
why
it,
not?
yeah.
Why not?
All right. Bam!
19
damage.
points of damage. Okay. It's actually not enough to kill it. Yeah, I mean, it gouges the side of this creature, and now you see how these piercers eat as the tip of it goes through the creature. It seems to be sucking in its vital fluids.
Nice.
That's how it consumes.
And it's
I look-
stuck in them.
No, they don't stick,
Oh.
unfortunately.
Damn.
So it kind of falls off after making that initial plunge.
just keeps scuttling
I look at the
away.
one on my arms. I look at the one on my arms, and I am very afraid.
Yeah, it's like its little tip is trying to nudge into you. It's like, yeah.
I put a cone on it. I have what since I
As
have
you
a
hug
lot of
it.
animals.
Cone
I
of
put one of
shame.
those cone
You
of
put a
shames
cone
on
of
it.
shame on the
Yeah.
piercer.
It has a cone of shame.
It's like a muzzle.
It won't hurt me now.
All right.
A little
So
tennis ball on its leg.
who's next?
I'll go. I've got my longbow. I'll get that I'm specialized in.
Yeah, one of them is badly wounded. There are three of them.
First shot's at the wounded one.
Sure. Oh wow. Still not enough to kill it.
Unless it's a large. Second
Actually,
shot.
hold on. Is it large? Give me a second.
Well, it's same. It's 9 points either way.
It is in fact large. Yep.
It's
Still
I
up.
rolled the
It's
same.
still up. So where does your second arrow go? Or do you? No, you don't have.
Second one into it.
Yeah.
Don't know if it can hit.
What
Didn't
AC does that hit?
4.
4. It hits for 6 more points of
Yeah.
damage.
6 more
It's
points.
looking bad off, but it's not dead.
And now, since I'm specialized, I get a third.
Oh wow,
Oh,
that'll miss.
that meant.
Re-roll. Re-roll. Re-roll.
Yep.
Okay. Reroll.
Yes. Use them. Use them.
That also misses.
Aw.
All right, so we're at a range of
Fire.
50 feet. Who wants next?
We do initiative or just go?
No, we just do popcorn. Just whoever wants to go. It's by side.
I'm casting, so I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not in the
she's out of
running.
it for a while while she's casting.
I want to set for receive a charge because she's a
yeah.
hunter and that's
Sure.
how she does the.
Yep, that's fine. You plant your spear and ready to
Yeah.
receive a charge. Tristan, what are you doing?
I'll break out my longbow as well then. If
All
we're
right, yeah,
doing
take
it
your
like
shot
that. So yeah.
or shots.
Pew.
All right, that hits.
Uh,
Just a point of damage though.
Yeah. No. Wait, they're large.
They're large. Yeah.
They are large. Oh well. And then
That'll
a
miss.
miss.
Yeah. Patty,
Would have done 6 points. Oh well.
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Didn't I already yeet? Or is
Oh,
this
that's
a
right.
new
You
turn?
yeeted. You're right. Their turn. So they will charge. Now, here's how I'm going to have it done. There are 5 likely targets, and there's 3 of them. So the first one is going to go, and I'm just going to do it down the window that I've got here. First one is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, going to Tristan. Second one is going into Tristan.
That was a D4 that you rolled there.
Yeah.
There are 5
you-
likely
there are
targets,
5 of you.
said.
You're right. Sorry.
know,
So
roll
There are
Tristan.
5
Tristan
of
again
us.
anyway.
There are 5 of us,
Odette.
but all of them are Tristan. All of them are Tristan.
and Patty. Tristan, Odette, and Patty are the ones who are receiving. Okay, so this is yours, Patty. Um, so 12,
AC
14.
2.
That's going to miss.
Okay.
Tristan. What's your AC?
5.
Oh, that's right on. Okay, so that hits.
Ah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is going to hurt. 7 points of damage. It just charges into you. Just like crushing damage, knocking you back a little bit. And
Bad
Odette,
boy.
so if this hits you, it interrupts your spell. Oh, he misses. It just charges right by you.
That's the one. That's the one that I'm doing this to.
Amazing.
That's
Yeah.
it.
So if I'm receiving a charge, how do I did that?
Well, it
Would
just
I-
it didn't attack you, so you
Okay,
basically
so I
you
try
were
to get its
preparing for it.
attention?
Yeah, and this is next
Okay.
round. Again, like so, what you did, remember, a round is very quick. You set the spear just to see, just in case it charged at you, but it didn't choose you as a target. So I mean, that was just your turn. You set the spear, and it didn't hit you. So next round, go ahead, Patty, roll a d6. You gave it a 1. That's not good. And they gave you a 5, so they go first again. Or they go
Okay.
first. 1 and 5. Okay, there we go. They're going to stay on the ones that they were attacking because they're in melee. So here you go, Patty. 1 on you. Oh, that's going to hit.
Okay.
6 points of damage.
Okay.
Tristan. Oh, man. Sorry. 14 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Are you still up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am looking very beat up though.
And the last one, Odette, that's going to hit you. So that breaks your spell. Only 3 points of damage, though.
Okay.
Actually, did that
Well,
roll?
that's actually
Hold on, did that roll? That looks odd.
What?
That rolled 3C.
1d20. Oh, 3c6.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll take the 3 points
Ow!
of damage. Come
Oh,
on.
man. I'm sorry. 13
It's okay.
points of damage
I'm all right.
as it
I'm
gets you
fine.
on the backswing.
I'm fine. That's okay.
Okay.
I actually like that it did that.
Okay.
Tristan, how are you doing?
Now, I didn't
well.
ask, but did Talina last round? It ran past you. You had your spear set. You would have had the chance to declare casting for this round. Are you going to cast? Odette can't because she was in the middle of casting.
Mhm.
No, my
Tal-
mind went. I forgot Druid, and I went right back to.
You went right back to
Hunter
fighter.
Warrior.
See, that's what happens when you
Yeah.
dual class.
Yeah.
Yeah, go back to your old training. So no casting. So it's your guys' turn. Who wants up? 3 of you are engaged. 2 of you are not.
So if I was receiving the charge, but there was no charge, can I just the hell with it and go with the one and attack?
Well, you can attack now. You could not have last round. No, because the whole setting and receiving for charge is an action.
Right.
So,
but I was
yeah.
setting. This time I'm ready.
Yeah.
Nothing happened, so the hell with it. I
Yep.
just go for it.
Go for it.
Okay,
Yep.
I gotta
So there are 3.
Help out Tristan.
You're going to want helping Tristan, who looks pretty messed up. So yeah, go ahead, make the attack.
All right. So just charge of this, or no, not charge of the spear, but well, do we get charging?
You can charge if you want. Yeah.
Is
The
there any
minimum
benefit to
charge
it?
is 10 feet, but you could also move and hit if you don't want to charge. It's up to you.
Is there a benefit to charging?
So you get a
+2 to hit, but your defense is down next round. Or
That's all
the
right.
next attack on you, your defense is down.
That's all right. And these are large, right?
These are large.
All right. So with a +2 to hit.
That hits. I think. What do you hit for AC on that?
I don't know how to read this damn thing. It's too little.
Well, what bonus do you have
So
to hit with?
it's
You got a
it's
+2, so it's
Oh, I
at least
have
a
the +2.
15. So
Yeah,
that's
the
going to hit.
+2,
Just
yeah.
with that alone, that'll hit. All right, 5 points of damage to a large creature. So 5 points into the one that's on Tristan. Okay. I believe I
which-
said the wounded one ran into Tristan.
Okay.
Yeah, try to get. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get its attention. Get it
Yeah,
off.
so
of
this
Tristan.
one looks really messed up. It's got a bleeding gash on its side where the creature got thrown into it. Another 5 points from your spear. This one looks pretty bad off. Who wants next?
Does it have the spear in it?
I don't think so. I think Talina held on to the spear. It's up to you, Talina.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I never throw my spear.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So who wants next?
I'll go.
Okay. Yeah, you've got one on you, so go for it.
I'll look to Oak because Oak isn't on one, right?
No, he's free.
All right.
Not yet.
So I look to Oak and I go help, pretty lady, and I just go and swing. my
Tristan, you got
maul
help coming.
on me.
All right. Yeah,
miss.
go ahead. You miss. Yeah, you definitely miss. Okay. Who wants next?
I'll go help the pretty lady.
Okay.
I don't know. Are any of them where two of them are close enough together, or is it just
High or low, Oak? Give me a D100 roll.
low?
Okay. Tristan and Odette's are close enough together that you can go in between and
Cool.
double up. Tristan's is also
I'll,
looks like it's on its last legs.
Yeah. First attack I'll do on Tristan's. Try to finish it off. Damn.
Okay, that'll miss. Second attack is on Odette's.
Get some of that big damage. There we go. 15.
All right, that's a lot of damage, but that one wasn't wounded before. These things are really
14
tough.
Hits a 0.
Yeah, it hits.
They're really tough.
Yeah, the hide they've
Super
got really
duper tough.
they got really dense hides. They look really mangy with like a bit of lizard coming through as well.
Yes.
Tristan, why don't you take care of the one that's on you?
Well, I guess I drop my longbow and draw out my short sword.
Yeah, if you just drop it, you can do that.
Yeah. And then, please die.
Please die.
I should have played fetch, shouldn't I? Never mind.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to reroll?
I think
You wanna use
I
reroll?
might spend a reroll for that, and not have a 1.
Talina
Never
writes
mind.
Tristan Bowman. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
what does that hit?
Nah, that's 11. That's only an 8. So yeah.
Oh, you're one off. Okay. Oop.
That falls in with everything Talina learned. You know, the bowmen.
Pulled out
as
my
long
headphones.
as they
Sorry.
have their bows, they're good. And
Oh, wait, there are
otherwise,
multiple people on there. I suppose I'm flanking it or whatever.
No, because Thyber's kind of
It
in
was attacking
between
me,
you
so,
and
yeah.
another one. So Odette, why don't you want to do something about the one that's currently trying to devour you?
I don't think I can do anything, right? Because
No, you can. No, it was
casting-
last round your spell was interrupted. This round you have an action.
Oh, I wanted to cast this round.
Oh, well, what did you want to cast?
What I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I wanted to cast Charm Person or Mammal. It's 4 segments. Yeah, that's I totally missed the swap into the next round. I thought we were literally still in the last round.
Okay.
Who rolled for this one?
Charm person or animal?
I think I did.
I don't think these count as an animal because they're a created thing. Let me check something
Mammalian
real quick.
animals, any kind, even those that are supernatural, giant, or monstrous.
It's also pot lizard.
Okay, yeah,
which
no,
isn't
if
very
it's supernatural, that's fine.
Supernatural,
So yeah, you go off 4 segments later. Go ahead. Did they get a save?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yep. I want the one that's the least
Ooh.
damaged.
Okay. Does it have a range?
80 feet.
80 feet. Yeah, you could technically get any of them, but I think a 13 is going to save. Let me check the monster list real quick.
I like how I'm making you figure out.
That's going to save. There are 5 hit die creatures, so 13 actually
Okay.
will save. So it does
There's
save.
always another turn. I'm casting next round too.
All right. So we are in fact on the next round. Odette, why don't you roll a d6? You said you're going to
Oh
cast.
God, I don't want to. Okay, fine.
Talina, are you going to cast or are you going to keep up with the warrior?
God, why do you make me do this? God, I hate it. Bert, get a 1. Come on,
Talina?
Bert. I swear to God, if you roll a 6, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
Is Talina
no
casting?
casting. No casting.
No
for
casting.
Talina.
Okay. So you guys are going to go 4. They're going to go on a 1. I'm going to take care of the ones that are in melee right now.
Okay. I'm casting.
Yeah. Patty.
I don't know if it would attack me or if it would attack Thybor,
Oh,
but I
man.
don't care. Let's
that
do
hits
this.
Patty.
Hurt me more.
12 points of damage.
Nice. I'm looking rough. I'm okay though.
All
He's
right.
still up.
Now here's the thing. There are 2, one on Tristan and one on Odette, but now there's a Thybor in the middle who attacked 2. So here's what I'm going to do. 1d3 with 1 being Thybor, Tristan, Odette. 1 staying on, or 1's going to Thybor. 1's going to Tristan. So Thybor. 1 turns to attack you. 16. Your AC.
3.
Miss. Oh my gosh, Tristan.
I'll take that hit.
Okay. 12 points. Oh my gosh. Are you still up?
I am still
Okay.
up. Very barely. I am clinging onto consciousness by the barest thread.
Okay. Good part of that is since it didn't go after Odette, her spell casting isn't interrupted. And that brings it to your turn. So Odette, your spell won't go off yet, but you're still casting. So Patty and Tristan, you still have ones on you. Thybor, you're kind of, you've got one on you too, Thybor. Talina, you're free.
Yeah, and Talina will continue the attack on the one on Tristan.
Okay, one on
No
Tristan.
charge this time, just a regular spear thrust.
Yep, go for it. Oh, that's going to miss. There are some rerolls on the table if you want to use a reroll. We got a fair amount.
We have 27.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Oh, okay.
These
I
things
didn't
are
know about
heavy
rerolls.
hitters.
Okay.
Oh yeah, just tell me and I'll keep track.
All right. Well, I will take a reroll,
You got it.
Yeah, that's still going to miss.
and never mind.
Yeah.
I'm done.
All right, Tristan,
Yeah.
kill this thing before it kills you.
Not likely.
Don't. Don't die, Tristan, but also don't kill it. I love it.
If you take this one as a pet, I will not be happy. I'll be trying to eat my leg.
It's already
my
got a
arm
taste
and
for
run off with
Tristan.
I
You
would
could
make
never
it your
train
best
it out of
friend.
that.
I would make it your best friend.
That hits,
60.
and that kills it.
That's a big
Yep,
damage.
that's the one that was severely damaged. So he goes down.
Yay! I celebrate by
Right.
bleeding slowly.
Patty, did you do the one that's
Bonk.
on you?
Honk.
I hit a 5.
Yeah, it hits. 4 points of damage to it.
Yep. Just
Whack.
whack.
Oak, there was one on you, and not on Odette this turn.
Yeah. Sorry, Odette. I'm in combat. I don't know
It's
what
okay.
you're doing.
It's okay. I wouldn't expect you guys to stop, honestly.
12. It's a.
That damage.
You hit. 12 points of damage. It's still
Yep.
not enough to take it out.
Yes.
Not by a long shot.
8 will hit a 6.
Nope.
Reroll. Reroll.
No, I'll hold off since Odette's doing something.
All
There's
right.
2 of them.
I don't want that wrath.
Oh,
and
yeah,
anger.
there are 2 of them.
It's up
If
to you.
you-
There's still 2.
If you want, there's 2 of them. You
Yeah.
could reroll on this one. I would.
One's slowly chewing me to death, so.
You could kill that one, and I could try to charm the one that's on Patty.
Okay, I'll do a reroll.
Wee. Nice.
Does that
The,
hit at least a
4?
5? Yep, it hits. 16
16.
points of damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage, but not enough to take it out. And
I want these things.
Odette,
Yeah.
your spell goes off. Which one are you trying to charm? There's one on Patty and there's one on Thybor.
I'm gonna charm the one on Patty.
It passes.
Again?
Yeah,
Wow,
it passes.
okay. All right.
All right, so we're
I
on
have
next round.
one
Jeff,
more
why don't
attempt
you
at
roll
that.
for your side, D6, and is anyone casting this round?
We'll cast.
Cast, okay. Odette,
I
are
will
you
cast
casting?
as well.
All right. Okay, you guys go first this time. On a 2, what are you casting, Jeff?
I will do fairy fire.
Okay, how many segments?
Fairy Fire's 3 segments.
3 segments. Okay, so that won't
Yeah.
go off until after the creature's attack.
What I'm trying to do is line them both up if they're near.
Yeah, they're close enough that you can. That's fine. But with 3 segments, they will get to go before the spell goes off.
Right.
Yeah. So you're casting. Odette, did you say you were casting? Or no?
I'm doing my last spell slot for 2. I'm
Okay.
trying to cast Charm Animal.
And so that'll go off in segment 6 or 7 after Jeff's spell goes off.
Yes.
So you guys are
Yeah.
casting. Okay, so the ones that are still in melee are going to be Thiber and Patty. So why don't you guys go first?
Go ahead, Patty.
El Kabong. Miss.
The big barbarian miss. Okay, Thiber. That hits, and that will kill yours.
How far away is the other one?
So you ran to be in between Tristan and Odette, so
Yeah.
roll me a d6. Too far for you to be able to swing.
But can I use my patented overhand throw with my second attack?
Do you get multiple melee attacks or just multiple attacks? Because that would be a missile attack.
Well, I'm double specialized with the two-handed sword, and I'm double specialized with the longbow now. So
Fire it out the longbow.
You know what? You've done this frequently enough that I'm going to say this is an attack you do with your sword. I'll allow it. Go ahead. Throw your sword.
oh, wait, I've got to cancel because I got to use my longbow attack.
Yeah, it's missile attack. You can do your bonus and strength damage, but it's your dex to hit. That hits.
And then the damage would be 16.
16 points. That's a lot. Not enough to kill it. So, yeah,
Yeah, my
Thiber
sword's
throws
stuck
his
in it.
great sword.
I just imagine you like pulling back the sword on your longbow and like using it. Like,
Just had that big swing, and as I come around overhanded, I just toss it.
Okay,
love
Tristan. You're bleeding, but you're out of immediate danger. What do you want to do?
It'd be under rock, man.
I'll heal you, Tristan. Just not
Yeah.
right now.
I guess, alright, I will go over towards the other one that is dealing with Patty and try and
Mhm.
stab it in the back while it's not looking at me.
Okay, so that's going to be a charge. Are you okay with the charge? Because it's more than just a step to attack. Yeah.
Are you gonna die? Are you gonna
Yeah,
die?
sure. Why not?
All right. Well,
Death or glory.
plus two to the attack.
Don't die.
It just makes you a softer target on the return.
Hey.
Backstab damage, though.
Yeah.
And you're flanking, right?
I don't
I'll
think-
give
I
you the
don't know.
backstab. If you make the hit, I'll give you the backstab.
There you go.
Uh,
Oh.
that's going to miss, though.
That might
Reroll.
be
Reroll.
reroll.
Alright.
Reroll.
What is that heading in?
That hits.
Yeah.
But what you
Tripled to 3
3 whole points of damage.
Yeah. 3 whole points.
Doink.
He's excellent at picking out the soft spot, not so good on delivery, however.
Healing to all.
Okay, so Fairy Fire will go. Well, no, they go on forward before Fairy Fire goes off. So the only one that's left is the one on Patty. It's got 2 attackers on it now. Oh, Richard.
Yeah.
Oh, Richard.
I know.
Okay, so on a 1, it's Patty. On a 2, it's Tristan, because you're
That's
both in there.
Oh my god.
Oh, Brendan.
Oh.
Healing to all.
It's Patty.
Okay.
Yeah, Brendan just bought healing to everybody. Everybody can roll whatever their hit die is and get that much back immediately.
Wee.
Patty,
the
it
wonder.
hits you.
Okay.
Go ahead and you can apply your healing after this if you want.
Okay. What's a barbarian's hit die?
12,
12.
D12.
Really? Oh my god.
11 points of damage on this one to you.
All right.
Now,
Points.
Fairy Fire goes off. Jeff, that I believe it just gives it a negative to hit, and you guys get a positive to hit.
Oh, Tristan. Oh, Tristan, no.
Let's see. Creatures, one must be fully outlined before the next is begun. All must be within the area of effect. Outline creatures including those are visible in the dark. Outline creatures are hit, and then different colors. It says fairy fire does not itself cause any harm to the object or the creature lined.
Right.
So no,
I believe it
wouldn't
just makes
do
it
anything
easier.
bad to them.
Attacks are
Yeah.
+2.
Yeah, it just makes them.
Attacks are +2.
Yeah,
So
makes them easier to
it's
be hit.
basically I
Yep.
lit them up. Yeah.
What color is it lit up as right now?
Lime green.
Lime green. Okay,
Oh
very
my
good.
god.
Odette, what were you casting? And look at the screen.
Charm. I
Uh,
need the save.
Yeah, some more healing's been bought for specific people, so go ahead and make
For you
those.
one rollers.
Yeah. What was your
Whee!
spell you were casting, Odette?
It's another save. They need another
It's
save.
another friendship spell.
Yeah.
Okay. It fails. Okay, what does
Okay.
the friendship spell do?
So okay, what? So the details on the friendship spell. So because that saving throw was an 8,
Yep.
you are now entitled to 1 saving throw per month. To break it.
Okay, so you've
You're
got
not-
one hyena don for a
No,
month.
its name is Willem Dafoe because it's now the Green Goblin based on what Selena just lit it up as. So
Right.
it's now Willem Dafoe, and I am going to now we're out of combat, right? Because it's not attacking. And I would
Well,
say don't attack it. I would say don't attack it.
Okay,
it's,
yeah,
it's our
yeah.
it's our friend now.
yep, you're at the end of the
And-
round, so you can say that. We'll see how everyone reacts.
Don't attack it. And it is up to you. Don't have to listen to me. Just so you know, like do in character whatever you want to do. But I'd be like, don't attack it. It's not going to attack back. And I would tell it, don't attack.
It sits.
Put the maul down at my side on my hip, and I
Be in
pet
boondocks.
it. I go to pet it.
All right. And we're way over, so let's go ahead and end it there. So
Hold
you
on. Let me. I gotta save.
Okay.
Let me do a wisdom roll.
Oh, to see if you're going to attack it?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, go for it. That makes the roll, but it's up to you as a player.
Yeah. Because it's a druid spell and because she's a druid, I will do it. What level druid are you anyway?
I'm a 6.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd listen to you. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you
Normally,
have
no, I would charge it, but okay.
you have one wounded hyena don. That's what it is a hyena don.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so let's just, since I'm not going to be here next
Yep.
week, let's just like assume that I cast Animal Friendship since I have the time. I would also like to utilize my my 4th level spell of Cure Serious Wounds on Tristan.
Okay. Oh, on Tristan. Okay.
On Tristan, not on Willem Dafoe. Don't worry,
Gotcha.
that's him. So you're gonna get to heal 2d8 plus 1 hit points. Is it? Yeah, 2d8 plus 1.
Okay.
Is that 1 per level or is that no
It's just +1.
plus 1? So
Yeah.
2d8 plus 1.
What you're saying is that's going to be 3 hit points of healing.
Please roll more than 3 hit points of healing. I'll make you
Want me to
re-roll
roll
it.
rather? Go on, you
Yeah,
roll
you
it.
should. You should roll it. You should roll it.
Well,
It's your
now you're
health.
dooming him to 3 hit points.
It's your health. It's for your health.
All
You
right.
should just re-roll if you get a bad one. Just re-roll.
Let's see. I heal.
Yeah, yeah, well, that's something.
7.
All right.
It's 7.
So yeah, you will
Okay.
do that before your character steps out next session. So let's end it there. We're
Okay.
not necessarily out of danger because something threw that meat out onto the floor.
Yeah.
But we'll end it there for the night. Jen, you got anything you want to plug?
This Thursday, I'm going to be on Featherfall Tabletop playing Star Wars 5e, where everyone's a Jedi and no one is special. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my week.
Nice. Richard.
Why waste your time and energy hating on people when you can just pretend they are dead instead? Isn't that great? All that time and energy you save? Why, you can come over to twitch.tv and watch me playing video games under LMTDTMFFR. Or, say it with me now, limited time offer.
offer.
Tim
No
offer, no
bells.
bells.
Yay!
Woo.
Nice. Dion. And friend in there throwing some more bits in at the end. Make sure you record those bits, Dion.
I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're at 31. All right. Hello, I'm Dion, also known as Substances Used on Twitch TV. When I am streaming, which is random, unscheduled, and chaotic as fuck, much like my social life, you can find me playing Xenogears right now. It's a fun game. The first stream I did of it, it was muted for 3 hours. It was great. Shout out to Full Shamart, who told me when he finally dropped in. But when I'm not playing video games as a horrible pro streamer, you can find me in D&D games across Twitch, like Steam Steel Murder on Tuesdays and Fridays, and eventually some other day. I'm just obsessed with Bert, really. And then other times you can find me doing, well, Spaceship Zero's over, so I'm free on Saturdays. And I got some other stuff coming down the pipeline, but I don't know how much I can talk about it yet. It's kind of a secret.
Oh no, secrets. We'll pry it out of him later. Jeff, I'll drop your link to the drive-through.
Yeah, basically I'm doing the drive-through RPG. I've got under Evil DM Productions. It is Legends of Steel and Dicey Tales, and have a look at it. We sold a couple the other day, so the whole house was cheering because we sold a couple.
That buys small fries.
That's it for me.
Oak.
Hey, you can catch me on Twitch and YouTube, URAENCE, and playing here Tuesdays, Friday nights, some 5e homebrew, and my Grimdark homebrew on Saturday nights starting at midnight. And I would like to one-up Dion because I had 2 weeks in a row that I was muted and did not find out till the very end of the second week when somebody's like, hey, you're muted, and like we were just signing off at that point. It's like, thanks.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And still,
So
both those streams better than this one. Yeah.
Technically, there's 3 streams I had because it was 2 of my games and 1 of the Friday night game I'm in. So, yay.
Cool. Yep. And
streamer.
so if you found us, we're at twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder. We play this game Tuesdays, BX Dungeons and Dragons on Fridays, playing in the Mystara world, and Sundays goes between a Shadowrun using the Powered by the Apocalypse system and then just something fun. This week is either going to be Gamma World 2nd Edition or it's going to be GURPS Traveler. Haven't figured that one out yet, but something fun. And check out the podcast at BlueMagic, BLUMAGIK.com. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight as we muddled through some 1st edition, really old school Dungeons & Dragons where we can spend hours deciding whether or not we go through a door. That is classic. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.